Hey guys, so what we're doing today is Barry had lost his tape on his, or he moved the tape on his paddle that he uses to index his grip. If you're like us and you like to use tape on your paddle shaft to make sure your hand placement is always consistent, that tape can move up and down the paddle shaft just through normal pressure from paddling. So it's a good idea to check the placement of that tape every once in a while just to make sure the tape hasn't moved. Everybody seems to have their favorite method for how they use the tape. Barry places his hand just outside the tape. I have an O-ring under the tape on my paddle, and I put that O-ring between my middle finger and index finger, and that kind of helps keep my hands in position. If you don't have tape on your paddle, I recommend it. Barry recommends it. But we were thinking, like, what's the ideal width position for these, and we kind of went with what we've worked out through, what feels best for us, what we've experimented with. But Julian Norton-Smith, who runs Paddle to Fitness, he always seems to just recommend, and if you don't listen to his podcast, I think he hadn't posted anything in a while, but if you're a surfski paddler, especially if you're learning and you want to know surfski, that's a great podcast to listen to. I've heard Julian say it's pretty simple. You just measure your paddle, divide by 3, and you place your middle finger exactly 1/3 from the end of the paddle shaft.
Just shy of 83 inches. So to make the math easy, new engineers out there, don't freak out on me. No, 83.
Hang loose attitude.
83 is close enough.
Close enough. Yeah.
But then you take 83 divided by 1/3, and that is
27.69 is what it came out to.
Yeah, we used a calculator. Rod's not that smart.
It was, I worked that out in my head with...
and Julian Norton-Smith says that's where your middle finger should be,
that's
roughly.
Finger, yeah.
So 27 point what?
27.7.
Okay, so almost 28
yeah.
would be where my middle finger would be based on his recommendation. So this is where I like my tape. Just like that, and 27, so almost 28, and there I am. I'm not giving you the bird, but I'm giving you the bird. Right there, boom, that's pretty daggone close. So here's what's interesting, watch this.
One method of determining hand placement is that your elbows should be at exactly 90 degrees if you put your paddle on your head, but that's never felt right to us.
Probably what, like 85 to 87?
Yeah, we'd have to,
somewhere in that ballpark, right?
Would measure that.
But you know what? This feels right for me. It's also, if I were doing like a bench press, that's about where I would want to do, you know, a push-up even, or a bench press. So that works for me, and maybe my shoulders are not as broad as some people.
I mean, you do kind of have like lady shoulders, but yeah. So anyway, that's really interesting. If you could throw it back up into the 90 degree, because that is an index
90 degrees.
That's used quite a bit. So,
but it's
that's
close.
What works for us, and that's kind of where using Julian's formula.
So I was kind of pleasantly surprised that without really, by going by how I felt, it was pretty daggone close to what
accidentally knew what you were doing.
Yeah, and that's what this channel's all about.
That's right. Accidentally passing on. We make mistakes, so you don't have to. So anyway, hope that helps, and you guys have fun paddling. We'll catch you on the water.